Nard, Morgs, time for our posties. As Liam Neeson says in Taken, as his little Albanian friend says, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. What are you going to go with?
You can lead off. You're the guest.
Lead off. I've got one point to Lenny Ikitau. I thought just incredible how he did a lot of tough carries, but then his variation and he's had some silky touches. And we saw with that first try, the double touch. So I thought, his involvements in the game were not underestimated, but just high quality. And, even his defence early on in that game to keep leading up on that outside.
So, 1 point's good.
1 point.
One point.
Yeah.
Oh, he wanted to go off early.
He gives the points out. I like it, Nard.
I didn't even have room for it. Harry Wilson, 1 point.
Yep.
Could have been 3, could have been none. That's the way. Well, I thought when it counted, he stood up. He was great. Physical, good work rate. Tough place to be a big man. Thought he had a great work rate.
What about how hard it is to bring together a posties when a bunch of guys have had career games?
Yeah.
Career games.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah, there's going to be a couple of guys miss out.
There
here.
is. I was like Frosty, and then I was like Harry, and then I had to go with Fraser McRight for 1 point because he was the official man of the match on the ground over there. And man, some of his steals, that key one that you guys highlighted earlier, like come on, at altitude. Yeah. And this is the other thing that just blew me away when they kick off, the size difference between both forward packs.
Yeah.
It's just remarkable. But our men had the gas, the toe and the energy to go, and Fraser helped lead that. Who's your two, Nard?
I've grouped 2 players here, so I've gone the halves. I saw Nick White and O'Connor.
Hang on a second. Trav, what happens when the guest wants 2 pointers?
Protest. What's going on?
Oh, he's going to give him 1 point. Trav says you want to give him 1 point.
One.
Okay, 1 each then.
You got 2 points to give out.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not both getting 2 points. They're getting one each.
Okay. They halve the 2, do they? Okay.
They have to.
It's integrity issues.
This is like when Shawnee farmed out his posted.
Don't bring that up. So who have you got? You got them both.
I've got the halves.
Okay.
Yep. As I said, I think they're just their intent and their courage to keep playing. I suppose their composure under pressure, especially when you give up such a lead, to keep the group engaged, to keep them trying to attack footy, playing attacking footy, and they led them well.
They'll enjoy that in the nursing home in a couple of years.
They will indeed.
It's unbelievable. 2 35-year-olds. It's amazing. Max Jorgensen, 2 points. Every involvement he has with the ball was spot on, outstanding, of course. But defensively, even in the first 20 minutes, there's a couple of good things he did. He worked hard out wide with not much help at times in terms of numbers. I thought he was outstanding. And I think we said it last time, that's his jersey for as long as he wants at the moment. He's in a rich vein of form. He's only going to get better. He just needs to manage his body, get luck with injuries. And he's there. That's it. Put him in and move on in selection.
One of the first pick now.
Yeah.
Surely.
Just an automatic selection.
Like surely. 2 points. I really battled to break these guys open. So you couldn't split Jock and Nick White for your 2-pointers. So I'm just going to go straight 2 points, James O'Connor. To overcome some of those jitters early on, and there were jitters. There was the kick to touch, which went 15 out when it should have been 5. I looked at Morgs and went, it's good. A bit further north would have been handy for them. Then they missed the line out. There was the rifle pass into Lenny Ikitau's shoulder, and I was like, okay, come on. And then, my God, did he find his groove? I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was just so impressive all the way around. He gets my 2 points. Well done, JOC.
Yeah, and that's the point there too, I reckon. Once your forwards start going well, you can play well as a 10, can't you? So it's a really good sign when you're giving points to a number 10.
Yeah, and it also shows experience, that you can overcome a couple of early mistakes. You stay in gut vote. Your body language doesn't change. Your communication to the guys around you don't change. You stay invested and you stay in that game. And I think he showed that extremely well.
Do you still get nervous when you've come back at a test level from club stuff? Do you still get nervous when you step back in?
Oh, you do, and because it cares, and it really means so much to go and play in that jersey, and you want to perform for the guys around you. But what overcomes that is, one, knowing your processes, but also the guys around you too, being able to rely on them to talk with them, and you go out there and just execute what you've done, what you had trained.
Yeah, it was the story before the match, wasn't it? The selection of O'Connor, and it got a little bit lost in should he or should he not be there, whatever. And off the back of that, he was never going to play for the Wallabies again.
Yeah.
He was probably not going to get signed in Super Rugby anywhere really in Australia. Went to the Crusaders just to make the Wallabies.
Yeah.
Just to be able to come back and play against the Lions and do all that. It's one of the great stories. And mate, the first time I met him, and there's a story between both of us, but I was less than impressed. And the first few years, there was, it's a young kid, right, thrust in. And then to see the man he's become, I think everyone in the Australian game, mostly around the world, could be so happy for him. Like, this was a huge comeback story, and it couldn't have gone. It's one of the great Wallaby wins of all time, and he's wearing the number 10 jersey. Like, I think we're so proud of him and for him.
It was a big performance. So 3-pointers now. Nard Foley. Who you got?
I went with Captain Courageous, Harry Wilson. I thought, as we spoke about, he just led from the front. He kept showing up. He kept wanting to do the work. And it was epitomised by that try where he got smashed earlier on it, running that line, and he shows up, does the runs the same line and goes straight through. So, I thought he was exceptional.
I'm just trying to think back. It was Esterhuizen and Van Staden, I think, collected him.
Yeah.
So he's running 130 kilos of just beast.
Times two. Times two, right? So, yeah.
Times two, and then he still kept trucking. Run me through his leadership. So what impresses you, Nard, about him as the captain now, as the skipper?
Oh, just his work rate, and his ability just to get around the field, to keep showing up, to do the tough stuff, right? I'm sure he's not a massive talker, and he's not going to give you the big motivational speeches, but he's a guy that is going to be there through thick and thin, and he's going to keep showing up.
That's high praise from a man who knows a bit about winning as a Wallaby. And now we move on to your 3 points, mate.
I thought this guy, I don't think they don't win without his performance. It wasn't perfect early, but Fraser McRight, 3 points. I think they lose 50-10 if it's not for Fraser McRight's involvement. Yeah. The quality and the timing and the importance of his turnovers, his work rate with and without the ball. It was, funnily enough, in a match where it was really hard to give posties, it was a standout 3-pointer.
That easy for you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they don't win without what he did. It wasn't it's a miss you won't want to see again on Khaleesi for Khaleesi's try. It's not a perfect match.
Yes.
But the big moments that he wins, the big moment that he wins, the few of those in the match, the Wallabies cannot win the Test match without them.
I've got Lenny Kitau as my 3. I just am astounded at the work rate of that bloke. We already know how silky he is with his skills out the back. His defensive work, we saw it when he gashed his knee. I don't know how the hell he got back on the field. That must have been a messed up cut across the front of his knee. His combo with Joseph Akusosuli, when you talk about combos, Nard, I reckon that is so crucial to their success. His experience at 12 helping out the relative rookie. He's just so good. He's so dependable. Just
an all-out game, Like, Len is world-class, and it's just great to see him now comfortable in his role, or getting more comfortable, especially in that 12 position with the guys around him. But he's also willing to do the hard stuff. The amount of carries he does, one off at the ruck, is incredible.
What a match. The other good thing that I reckon we can touch on now, because Len's a perfect example of it amongst a few of others, last week, this sort of slipped through. Joe can pick him from anywhere. Les can pick him from anywhere. We've abolished that rule. So just go grab them if you want them, if you need them, if they deserve selection. And with Hooper, Len and a few others going north at the end of this year, that is good news for Wallabies fans. Fellas, that's a wrap on what is one of the most iconic Wallabies wins of all time. They didn't match your comeback in terms of the numbers, Nard, but they went awfully close.
A lot more significance, yeah.